The white population is going to spontaneously reorganize itself in this vacuum that's coming. What about Bank of America? It was originally called the Bank of Italy. The opportunity came when there was an earthquake that struck San Francisco
Oh,
into
really?
a national
I didn't know
company.
that.
Yeah. How did he do that? During crisis. And this is the nature of the white population, not just in the United States, but across the West. We demand order. We don't tolerate instability. We are not so much in decline as we are figuring out who the hell we really are as a people. We are coming to grips with who we really are as a white country, as a white nation. And when a social contract is broken, that means that the state authority itself, I don't care whether it's called the Constitution or it's democracy, or it's the government of the founders, who cares? That's all bullshit. When that government ceases to represent the citizen and protect spiritually, legally, metaphysically, and otherwise, that difference between the citizen and the non citizen, that social contract has broken. However, that's a very good thing because that means that the state can be discharged and we can create a new state. And that's what we're going to do, which is what I've talked about, a reintegration. The white population is going to spontaneously reorganize itself in this vacuum that's coming. Why are we going to do that? How do I know that? Because we've done it our entire history. That's the nature of our entire economy. Whether you look at a store, I don't know if you guys have gas stations called Sheets in Idaho.
Oh, we have them in
They're all over the
PA.
Oh,
country.
really?
Yeah.
Sheets started in Pennsylvania.
Yep.
It's a dairy store. And then eventually it evolved into what it is today. Okay. Where it's a convenience store, it's a gas station, it's all of these things together. It's a restaurant. How did that happen? Spontaneous organization. What about Bank of America? How did that get started? That got started because of an Italian immigrant out in California. It was originally called the Bank of Italy, and it was basically furnishing loans to Italian immigrants who couldn't get them anywhere else. But that's not when the opportunity came. The opportunity came when there was an earthquake that struck San Francisco. And the enterprising Italian immigrant who ran the Bank of Italy, he kept his bank open during the earthquake and gained a whole bunch of new clients, which he then used to expand Bank of America
Oh,
into
really?
a national
I didn't know
company.
that.
Yeah, a
Spaghetti
national
nationalism wins.
franchise bank. Okay. How did he do that? During crisis. I've talked about similar vignettes from the Second War or from the Great Depression, right? These things have happened. This is the nature of the white population, not just in the United States, but across the West. Why do we do what we do? Because archetypically, we demand order. We don't tolerate instability. We don't tolerate the chaos. We won't digest it. We will demand a restoration of order. Look, there is a beautiful Orthodox church in Moscow. Maybe you can bring it up on the screen, Dave. It's called the Cathedral of Christ the Savior. It's an incredible structure. It's one of the most magnificent churches I have ever seen, and I've seen a lot. I've been to Florence, I've been to Paris. I've seen my fair share of incredible churches across
Wow,
Europe.
look at
And
that.
that structure that you're looking at right there was torn down brick by brick by the Bolsheviks. They tore the whole damn thing down. And I don't have to tell you, Bolshevism in Russia was worse than any of us can imagine. Unbelievably bad. Okay. In the 90s, I have some friends who are Russian. In the 90s, after the fall of communism, the fall of the wall, and Russia was a mess for a decade after for all kinds of reasons that we'll probably talk about in a future show. But let's just say things were pretty fucking bad. And forgive me for swearing, but it's justified because I think it was Dostoevsky who said Russia's job in the world is to show the rest of the world how bad it can get. Much worse than anything we can imagine. 30 years ago in the 90s, there was somebody walking through the streets of Moscow and they were petitioning to rebuild that church that you just saw on the screen. And my friends who are Russians, they said, yeah, we'll give you a little bit of money, but you're not going to rebuild that. It's impossible. It will never happen. It's in ruins. This country's in ruins. We're finished. It's over. Well, as you can clearly see, not only did they survive, but they rebuilt it. Civilization is not just a building process, it is a rebuilding process, it is an iterative process. We are not so much in decline as we are figuring out who the hell we really are as a people. That's what this whole process is about. Is a process of self discovery. We are coming to grips with who we really are as a white country, as a white nation. And that ultimately is what's going to carry us forward. That's why we're going to, as they say, reintegrate with the state. We are going to enter a post constitutional order that's going to stabilize this country. And I think we're poised to achieve even greater things than we did in the 20th century. I really believe that we have that capacity within us. And this conflict, I think, will liberate that capability.
There is
It's
also
not just about the building, it's also the rebuilding, as you saw in that church.